Timing around the rim is absolutely amazing in NBA 2K25. Whether it's layups or dunks, 2K has put an emphasis this year on being able to time and have full control of both your layups, your dunks, and anything around the rim. Timing has always been one of the few skill gaps in NBA 2K, but this year they allow a lot more creativity with the finishes, whether it's Euro steps, hop steps, floaters, anything, whether you're on a center, point guard, small forward, it doesn't matter. If you're really good at timing, it's gonna show in this game. Whether you have an 80 layup, an 85 layup, you'll be able to green lightly contested layups, very tight contested layups, tight contested layups. If you know how to use the dunk meter, you can dunk on anybody. You can really get on that rim and you can get and ones easily. So if you're one of those people who's been having trouble with timing this year, boy, do I have a video for you. What is good, YouTube? It's your boy DonnyB, and today the B stands for B timing because I be timing my layups and dunks. And if you're watching this, I know you have your layup timing turned off. But that's why I'm here, man. I'm here to help you guys out, and I'm here to help you get on that rim just like I be getting on that rim. Today, guys, I'm going to be giving you all my best tips on how to time layups and dunks in this game. I know it can be a little hard, it can be a little tricky, but once you have your timing down, it's amazing. If you watch any of the videos that I've put out on my Giannis build or my LeBron build or even my James Harden or Embiid, you know that timing is really good on this game if you have an 80 layup. So I just want you to know before we get started with this video, an 80 layup is what you should have at least. So let's go ahead and get into the video and let's talk about a few things. But before we do, don't forget to drop a like and drop a sub if you're new to the channel, man. We are on that grind of 10,000 subs. Now let's get into it. Now, the very first thing you want to do is you want to go to your settings, you want to go to your controller settings, and you want to make sure your layup timing profile is on high risk reward. Not normal risk, not low risk, not real player percentage, you freak. High risk reward. You want to have it on high risk reward because high risk makes it so you have full control of whether or not you green layups. Now, obviously, the contest on the layup determines how big or how small your green window is, but on high risk, you have complete control of when you can release it in and outside of the green window. I see a lot of people with their timing off, and that's because they are too scared to turn it on because it's a skill gap. And if you're not good at timing, you have no reason to time your stuff and you will let the game do it for you. With your timing on the other settings, if you're lucky and 2K loves you, you'll get to make lightly contested every here and again, but you won't have control over it, and you'll miss the wide open stuff like this. That brings me to the next point, and it is all about your build. I think we all should know this already, but it is all about your build and how much layup your build has. Now, this is my Giannis build. If you haven't checked that video out, go check that out. What are you doing? But yes, guys, we have all played 2K before, so you know your ratings matter and how high your attributes are. You know they matter. So my Giannis build has a 90 layup, but you guys have seen me on my LeBron build and my LeBron videos. My LeBron build only has an 80 layup. He only has an 80 layup, and I'm able to make crazy layups. I can make open layups. I can make contested layups. If you go back and check some of those videos out, you'll see that I can make red contested layups. I can make lightly contested layups, and it all just depends on your timing, which is how I found out that 80 is kind of the sweet spot in this game. The other biggest part is, of course, your animations. You guys can pause it and screenshot this if you want to see my animations for my playmaking and my finishing and everything like that. But on this is my Giannis build. For my Giannis build, I have Giannis's layup. It's a really good layup, but on my LeBron build, my next favorite is Julius Randle. I used to have Julius Randle equipped to my Giannis build, but now I have Giannis's layup style. We all know that these are what control the kind of animations we get around the rim. So if you have a bad layup style that has funky layups that will have the defender easily closing out and playing good defense and making your green window smaller, you don't want to have that layup on. You want to have the best layup animations possible. So whatever layup you have, as long as you can get an 80, I believe you can get this Julius Randle. When it comes to dunking and stick dunking and dunking on people, though, there's a lot to take into consideration when you do it. Obviously, you have to have high dunk and you have to have your badges and everything like that, but you also have to think about your opponent. How much defense does your opponent have? Is your opponent shorter than you? Are they taller than you? This all determines how big the green window is on your dunk meter when you're timing it. So if you have a smaller opponent, like on my Giannis build, we can dunk on them anytime. Or do you have takeover? If you have takeover, which boosts your attributes, your dunk might be higher, and now you might have a higher chance of having a bigger green window. You also have to think about the situation. Like here, my man is underneath the basket. He can't jump. If he jumps up, he's hitting his head on the rim. So it's the perfect time to use the dunk meter. Or here, I have a smaller person on me. can't do anything, so I'm going to use the dunk meter and dunk on them. A lot of times if you catch somebody helping on the other side of the court and you stick dunk, you get past your first man, you can stick dunk on that next person. It's all about the situation at hand. Also, don't think that you can just run in and force it every time. You see here, I'm gonna get the rebound off of this miss. I get the rebound, I'm gonna push out ahead. Nobody's in front of me. If you come over and help, you get dunked on. Another example is I get the ball here. I'm going to go to the rim. The man down here doesn't turn around until I'm already in the air. Those are two scenarios where it's the perfect time to use the dunk meter. He doesn't turn around until I've already triggered my dunk meter, and by that time it's too late. And of course, the most crucial step is actually knowing when to let your layup timing go and when in the green window. So when you're wide open, your green window is huge. There's pretty much no way you could miss a wide open layup when nobody's around because your green window is so big. But the same rule applies for layups and dunks. No matter what, you want to release it right as the meter is disappearing this year. I know the meter is different, but you want to release it right as it's disappearing. Here are a few real game examples, and I'm going to tell you guys where I released it in the middle of the layup. So you see here, I get to the basket. Right there is where I released the layup. I even screenshotted it for you guys, and I stopped it. So right here, right when it's about to disappear, is when I released the button to lay the ball up. Once you've mastered the concept of letting the button go as the meter is disappearing, every layup will feel greenable, and even the red contested layups won't feel like red contested layups. The same concept goes for when you're using the dunk meter, and to trigger the dunk meter when you're driving toward the basket holding R2 or right trigger on Xbox, you just flick the right stick up, and when you flick it back down, hold it when you flick it down. So flick it up and flick it back down, but when you flick it down, hold it, and then you will trigger the dunk meter. And when your dunk meter triggers, you have to let it go as the meter is disappearing, and that's how you green stick dunks. Again, there are a few things to consider when using a dunk meter, but the same rules apply. You release it as the meter is disappearing, and you have to be driving toward the basket. If you don't, you will get these step back animations if you're going east to west and side to side and you can't turn the corner at the basket. Again, I'm going to show you guys a real game scenario. So I have takeover, so I'm not worried about anything. I have a 99 dunk, and I release it right as the meter is disappearing, dunk on two people. In this same clip, I do the exact same thing, release it as it's disappearing. All right, you guys, so hopefully I was able to help you guys, learn how to time layups and dunks better. You guys have seen my videos. If you haven't, go check those out. I have some crazy finishes in my videos with LeBron and my Giannis build. And of course, if you getting on that rim, let me know you getting down on that rim in the comments below, man. Let me know that y'all be getting on that rim and that this video helped you, learn how to time your layups better or time your dunks and turn your timing on. I don't want to see any of you guys on my video, watching my video, or in the comments saying you watch my video if you don't have your timing on. You should be ashamed of yourself. Turn your timing on, get better at the game, and hoop. But that's gonna do it. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to drop a like and drop a sub if you're new to the channel, man. We're on that grind at 10,000 subs, and I'll see you guys next video.